have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear. They say only a spell will lift it.
I am your humble servant.
Need some help, Monster Slayer?
I want to talk, dog of war.
I've heard much about you, Witcher. Greetings.
Greetings, Captain. Is Henselt paying you to wait?
Curiosity itching you, Witcher. Not the best trait to have in wartime.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Deathmole's given us silver-plated weapons and protective amulets. On your advice, as I heard it. We're to observe the mist and, if need be, drive off the wraiths.
How many mercenaries you got watching the fog?
I've got them spread out in small groups around campfires. And how many we number? Well, that's my concern alone.
Since you're already watching it, pay attention to the size of the cloud. I need to know if it's expanding.
Well,
how fast?
It's almost imperceptible, but it's constant. A foot, perhaps 2 a day. What does that mean?
Means I have to hurry. Were you here 3 years ago during the last battle for Vergen?
Bradley's blue banner was. They were decimated by mages. The survivors enlisted with us. They weren't eager to talk about it, and we didn't press them.
No lack of work for your kind.
Mercenary might just be the surest profession these days. Sign of the times.
I heard you gained fame during the wars with Nilfgaard.
Our fees have doubled since the Battle of Brenna. As it turns out, it was worth risking our necks.
I wouldn't mind learning some details about Brenna from someone who played first fiddle there.
Constable Natalis commanded the Nordlings. The Nilfgaardians mounted a vicious attack. And if not for us and the Dun Banner, the collected armies of the North probably would have shattered into bits. Luckily, we showed up at the right time, withstood the assault and came out victorious. We earned every last copper we were paid. 50,000 Nilfgaardians shattered their teeth trying to bite at us. Menno Colhorn, their commander-in-chief, chose death over humiliation. Like in every battle, it was a question of timing, taking advantage of the foe's missteps, and a bit of luck.
Must be fatiguing fighting all the time.
I took a little time off recently, something along the lines of a honeymoon. But I like my craft, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
I knew one of your kind once. Woman by the name of Rayla.
Killed by an elf's treacherous arrow. She made a mistake. Let her emotions take control. This profession requires cold calculation. The whole camp's going berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air, scavenging round the tents like idiots.
Does Henselt pay his mercenaries well? Call it professional curiosity on my part.
It's no secret a lump sum of 20,000 Novigrad crowns awaits, to be divvied up between those who survive.
So the more of you die, the greater the take per head.
Yes.
Where are these coins from if there wasn't a single one when they were pitching camp?
How'd you do?
Where are you?
What do you want?
I collect old coins.
Here in the camp? Are you daft?
I heard there are some overseas coins floating around. A square with a fish on them or something.
Don't know nothing about that. Fuck off.
As long as they pay us, I'd sit with
A bit scared of going against the sea. The enemy have fed you their propaganda. Ah! What if she's truly an anointed virgin? Ah, don't worry about it. The Witcher will take care of everything.
Greetings.
What do you want?
What is it?
You're young. This your first excursion?
Aye. I'm itching for that battle.
Young and zealous. Not afraid?
Of who? Short arses led by a lass. We'll thrash 'em! Leave me be, father!
Leave you be? Your life's at stake! Why, your mother would have my head if anything happens to you!
No! This is about my honour. And ply what mother does to you, I'll practice. I must prepare. Leave me be, Witcher. I must train. No time.
Damn it. This is a brothel, not a military camp.
Mind if I join you?
Think I've the right to stop you from taking a free stool?
No right, but you might not want company while you drink.
And why might you want to drink with me?
I prefer to drink in good company.
Doesn't ring true. You don't even know me.
That's true. But I know a good man when I see him. So?
Do what you will. Everyone does what they want. My son, for instance, has decided to die. He's decided to duel Lieutenant Avid, known as the Butcher of Cidaris. All in all, that makes him a dead man.
Lieutenant Avid, who's that?
A killer.
Plenty of those in the army.
No, killing enemies is not the same as slaughtering your own countrymen. The Butcher likes the latter, and he's good at it. The best.
They're going to duel to the death?
Are you that ignorant? We've been sitting here for weeks. Nothing is happening, and hence said don't like that, so he's organised some diversions.
You mean tournaments?
Not like tournaments, more like murders. Mock battles without the mocking. The others really leave the arena on their own 2 feet. When our unit learned that 6th Company was putting forward the Butcher of Cidaris, there were no volunteers, so we drew straws and it fell to Sven.
He can't back out.
He can, but he won't. I've pleaded, I've begged, but my son's a stubborn one. The pup's got honour. But what good's honour to a corpse?
What if I helped you?
What kind of question is that?
Could I count on you in return?
Save my son, and there won't be a thing I wouldn't do to aid you.
I take that as your vow. Where's Sven?
Training in front of the canteen, near the mercenaries' tent. You'll know him when you see him. Why did he have to be like me?
Are you Sven?
Who's asking?
Somebody who just might save your ass.
Piss off!
I wouldn't play the hero if I were you.
You don't know me.
I spoke to your father.
Ha! I'll wager he told you the sad story of Sven, who needs to be rescued.
I'm no wandering knight, and you're no princess in distress. I promised your father I'd help you.
Then go back and ask his pardon for tricking him.
Will you feel better when they kill you?
I'll certainly feel worse if I cower out.
I'm the last one who'd ask you to do that.
What will you do? Summon the Butcher and send him out on an urgent mission to deflower the Virgin of Edern?
No, we'll fight as a pair against Latond and his second. Your honor will remain untouched, like a 12-year-old nun's petal.
Why do you wish to help me?
I told you, your father asked me.
And you courteously agreed. Is that so?
Yes.
You lie.
What difference does it make, really?
squirrels again.
I'm looking for Letond Avet, the butcher of Cidaris.
What do you seek?
I want to try my luck.
Strange. Most shit themselves at the sight of my sword.
They say you're equal to a witcher in a fight.
They lie. I'm better.
We'll see.
You'll need to wait. I've a fight lined up already.
We could always duel in pairs. I look around and I see the cream of Kedweni knights. Someone's bound to agree.
I am Edwin Lysam, known also as the Petal. If Letond will have me, I'll gladly stand at his side.
Why do they call you the Petal? I've no need for one who ploughs maidens simply for the pleasure of deflaring them.
You offend me greatly, Letond. I owe the moniker to the fact that I place flower petals in the mouths of the foes I defeat.
I'll be glad to see anything stuffed in the Witcher's mouth. So be it.
Surprised! They have a hand in every rebellion, every evil cause.
Portrait! You know me, Aunt, has he agreed?
Yes,
Some whoreson, eh?
unique among them. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's go get him.
Most gracious king, noble lords, men-at-arms, shortly in the arena you shall witness the famed Letond Avet, known also as the Butcher of Cidaris, at whose side shall stand the Honourable Edwin the Petal Lysam. Opposing them are Sven of Somewhere and Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. May the gods favor the better men. Begin! Hail to the victor! Glory to the vanquished! The prize in the contest was a noble title. Our gracious and merciful ruler, King Henselt, shall generously bestow this upon the young Sven. Heralds will announce these subsequent duels. Long live King Henselt! Long live Kedwin!
Thank you. You salvaged my honor.
He salvaged that foolish head of yours.
I'm a knight now. The king himself will do the honors.
You were born in a pigsty where the labour came to your mother 18 springs ago. Nothing'll change that. Witcher, I said you could demand what you will, and my word's no worse than a noble's.
You demanded payment for helping me?
This is between your father and me.
Who do you pray for?
I can't say.
And neither can you, father.
An old soldier's word is no handful of hay with which to wipe your arse.
I'll have naught to do with this.
Go to Madame Carl's brothel and ask for Whistling Wendy. The madam will take you to her tent and leave you alone. Wendy will ask what you wish. Tell her you want her smile to open the gates of paradise. Are we even?
Yeah.
And beware of Vincent Trott. He may be hiding with the conspirators. Dangerous man, that one.
Deathmole's looking for him. And if he finds him, we may all end up tasting the executioner's axe. That scoundrel falls into the sorcerer's hands. He'll give us all up to save his own skin.
I'll be careful.
Trott wears a magic suit of armor. He could prove a difficult foe, even for you.
Where are you?
Witcher,
What?
The king is impressed with your skills. He's called on me to organize a tournament.
If this goes on, his entire army will be slaughtered before he moves against Edirn.
This time it'll be a tourney of knights. None of that slaughter for the riffraff to enjoy. The king will reward the winners handsomely. If you're interested, find me by the arena.
Oi, Witcher! Out in these wastelands hunting monsters? Well, if you see two of my men, tell them I'll rip them both brand new assholes if they miss muster.
We'll see if I come across anyone.
Luck be with you. You're a good fellow. Ah, find them and you'll see Corporal Zivik knows how to be grateful.
Not another fucking stone.
I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
I'm looking for a whore.
We've got plenty of those, you'll be glad to hear. But you'll need to show me your coin before you choose one. We all have our principles. Well, these are my girls. Choose, white-haired one.
I've heard good things about Whistling Wendy.
At your service. My prettiest girl, 'tis true. Fool soldiers gave her that stupid nickname. Tidy yourself, Wendy. Witcher on the way. Come on in.
Hey, I'm available.
What do you desire, my hero?
I want your smile to part the gates of paradise.
Come with me.
Vincent Trott, you're a little elusive.
Here alone. Not wise, Witcher.
We'll see about that.
I'm wearing Selkirk's armor, you know. Pretty much renders me invincible in a duel.
I didn't know you had Selkirk's armor. I guess that changes things.
If you think we're willing to let you go, or that you can escape through magic trickery of some sort.
Relax. I'm not going anywhere. Give me the chainmail and I'll forget everything. Whistling Wendy, your plot. I know about the coins.
You're Deathmole's hound. I don't trust you.
You don't need to. I just need the chainmail. Not interested in anything else.
I'm to remove it?
And hand it over.
Then you'll be on your way.
And all will be well.
Doesn't sound like my kind of story. How's this instead? I'll kill you, take your swords and gold, and the gods will rain good fortune upon me for ridding them of a filthy mutant. Die!
Spy! Kill him!
Well, it was here yesterday.
Here, boy. Aldrin!
I'm done with this cursed place.
Aldrin! Where are you? We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear. They say only a spell will lift it.
Aldrin! Where are you?
Here to visit your old friends?
Just looking around. You?
A lengthy stay in Hensel's camp, and one is likely to become somewhat Kedwanized. I'd like to avoid that.
Rightly so. I found a letter addressed to the people of Kedwan.
A letter? So?
It's your drivel, idiot.
Where'd you get that idea?
I know you. Not to mention you had the gall to quote me.
You're not the only witcher in the world.
So, you admit it's yours?
Sure, it's mine. People have had enough of that pompous clown colluding with Nilfgaard. I decided I needed to open their eyes a little wider.
Any idea what that pompous clown's going to do when he finds out who's opening his people's eyes?
How would he find out? It could only come from you, and I assume, at least I hope, you won't rat me out.
They're going to kill you.
Nah.
Why did you poke your nose in this?
Henselt approached me to write a few panegyrics about him. You know, singing his praises. Can you imagine that? Me? Writing a political pamphlet? Who the hell does he think I am?
But that's exactly what this letter is.
Possibly. But it's for a good cause. Henselt's a prick.
Sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts. It won't just Look what the cat dragged in.
We need to talk.
What? No, hello, good morning. Pucker up and kiss my ass, nothing.
Hello.
Good morning, White Wolf. Will you take some tea? It's a fortifying beverage.
Some other time, maybe. I found Trot and a few other enthusiasts of the square coins.
Did you learn who leads them?
No.
Any survivors?
No.
Oh, you might at least have spared Trot. I'm sure he had secrets.
Any reward for the conspirators?
Indeed. A nice round sum per head.
I could use the gold.
How many were there?
Vincent and 5 others.
You killed 6 men. You and your kind should be isolated.
The reward
is yours. Here.
Where are you?
No talking to the prisoner!
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Where are you? Aldrin! Here, boy!
It was here yesterday.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make a camp in the pathways.
That's bastards. What's it to us?
Are you Leva?
If you've got a growth of some sort and you're here for the salve, get in line.
Nothing of the sort this time. You were here during Henselt's previous expedition.
What of it?
I have some questions.
Be quick. Half of Henselt's nobility's waiting for this salve. They've all started pissing blood out of longing for the spouses they left at home. Three years back, it was the home of Malgat, a healer, and his family. While he helped us tend the wounded, someone murdered his children. Malgat couldn't come to terms with the tragedy and threw himself into the river. The children were buried behind the house. Their graves should still be there.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't. All the survivors were horribly burned.
I'm interested in that tower.
It's the remnant of a manor sacked long ago. They call it the Tower of Debauchery, since Madame Carol made camp at its foot.
The ravines around the camp, they don't look like they were shaped by nature.
They're proof of the great power sorceresses can summon. Sabrina's fireballs scarred the ground for many miles around the battlefield.
I'll let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
We should have our sea taken.
Bad chance of Henselt and Shillard inviting us to their meeting.
Well, we should at least object somehow. Split in the sight.
You're not the one we seek, though his aura is strong, even on you.
Impossible. I watched Maverick wash his pants.
Who are you?
I'm a witcher, and I'm here because you haunt an innocent man. You've ruined Maverick's life, and it's high time you left this world.
Maverick, innocent? That son of a bitch murdered me and my 2 sisters, then threw our bodies off the cliff. Our father, Malgat, died of despair. Fortunately, fate has brought Maverick here again, straight into our hands. Revenge shall be ours.
I need to find out if you're telling the truth. If your story checks out, I'll bring Maverick here.
Square coins.
Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
I went to the house where you and your unit were stationed. Found some interesting things in the cellar.
I know nothing of that, and don't wish to know anything. I just want to be rid of that phantom.
I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth.
If I must. Folks say that old Malgat conspired with the river demons. So much blood has flowed down the Pontar. It's the evil in it that the beings in the river's depths feed on. That's all I know, truly. Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
The Spectre claims she's the ghost of one of the sisters you murdered. They're out for revenge.
Is that why you wanted my coin? To talk rubbish? You're no better than them, you freak! Away with you, demon!
You're a fool, Witcher! You trusted a ghost born of suffering. My power shall grow with what you have granted me. When I devour your soul, nothing will stop me.
What? Who are you? And who murdered the sisters?
Their beloved father did. Adernian soldiers defiled them, and he could not abide the shame. A sensitive murderer.
Why did you go after Maverick? Why not let him live?
Ah, his father, you see. He had certain dealings with me. I was elated when he gave his children up to me, sent them into my arms. When he himself then joined us, my power grew. I felt a might in me like never before. And then I thought, families should stick together. And I was right. Maverick was scrumptious. Odd that you never noticed Maverick had only 2 sisters and not 3. Initially, I worried I would not fool anyone with a multiplied female soul. But his brothers proved too resistant, and I was forced to try. Lucky for me, a naive witcher came along.
young lads with their arses in the air.
We've knocked out. Can you make anything out of these notes, sorcerer?
Where did you get them?
Unimportant.
And you've no notion what's in them?
Wouldn't be asking if I did.
They describe a very dangerous ritual. Practically pure necromancy. The sort that gets you burned at the stake.
Be specific. What kind of ritual?
One to summon the soul of an evil man. A man evil enough to wander the world after death. Souls of this kind gladly enter into covenants in the hope of being sent into the beyond.
Why would anyone want to deal with evil?
The possible reasons are many. You'll always find people willing to sell their souls in exchange for something valuable to them. I'll gladly buy the scroll.
I thought necromancy was forbidden.
Oh, it is, but I'm an avid collector of manuscripts containing forbidden knowledge.
I think I'll keep it. Maybe I can become a collector myself.
Look what the cat dragged in.
No talking to the prisoner!
What do you want?
Can I talk to him?
You're all right. I've heard you've been helping our lads. Talk away. But be quick. If the corporal sees you, he'll have your balls. And ours.
Bloody fat gun. What do you want?
Information. You from Yorvith's unit?
I'm proud of it. Yorvith will avenge me.
Maybe. I'm responsible for you being captured.
I don't understand.
I warned Yorvith that the Kingslayer had betrayed him. Your leader's alive because of me.
You lie! You're not one of us.
Never claimed to be. I'm not interested in your fight, nor in that of the humans. I have my own goals. I'm hunting the Kingslayer and need information. Will you help me?
I'd rather not reveal anything to the Dwan. Do you know Elder's speech?
Mm-hmm.
De sermen en rendans hest, ev de sale emes up de mevneslet.
Sea hearth.
En ted verletho kem en stert dun verneawert. Erte dreie et Dwan, seret en ox wat gern est. Denna Arthur nekwert, visse egen, erle egen. Ken hatmer, denna dar emendanv, dak mammert.
Ken denna de arme hest.
Denna neersela vid sala in esne geert. Veneer senden ert el.
Erte arme, neer zeggen hier. Ele sera.
Mekian behented fen esert. Seret nea ura jasenhet. Ertep orks garthe seget enith rothen kem hest. Te ern mothe dialm.
Rathain? Que diables Rathain verderel?
Veseneth rothen deren henselt gerel vorte hen. Den dialme elestrea hen. Ne mer se herth.
Wekean me denne tres.
En hert ep kianje esme gethverth. Se este en kien e diable ep arskied. Ken jesse thith treas.
Mesem treachled. Vekele elefene hestkem.
Niame herth. Este verth ep kethen ken hest.
Fuentes ken.
Den kean velt emer dorvat gern.
Vafel.
Quen erle vat gerne hennelinge ken.
Nemesecht.
Oxen en seret est elle ken. Vel mert Gwynblade Kenneth Belk. Vedden emeth Gwynblade. Say at the step gatis en tret winnes. Va fel.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet. Square coins.
Who do I spy if not the famed Geralt of Rivia?
You seem to know me, but I have no idea who you are.
And you're worse off for that, for I can make you even more famous.
You write ballads or something?
I've no notion of songs, but the king's vested me with the task of organising nightly tourneys. A swordmaster like you must be eager to show off his skills.
All right, I'll take part in your tournament.
The king will be pleased. Just remember, this will not be a fight to the death.
I'll try not to forget.
Duels take place from noon to dusk. You'll find me by the arena then.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit it out.
The bloody comet. Square coin.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
Can we start the tourney?
Duels take place from noon to dusk. You'll find me by the arena then.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit it out.
What? Want your face smashed? Want your face smashed?
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
Can we start the tourney?
Ready? Let's begin then. Witcher Geralt of Rivia will now fight the Honourable Gwydion. Witcher Geralt wins! You won. Let me know when you're ready for the next fight.
All right.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
Can we continue the tournament?
Ready?
I am indeed.
Let's begin then. The Witcher will now take on the Honourable Rendag. I surrender! Witcher Geralt wins! You won. Let me know when you're ready for the next fight.
All right.
Tournaments. Now that's a...
Can we continue the tournament?
Ready?
I am indeed. Let's
begin then. Geralt of Rivia will now take on the fearless Baron. Witcher Geralt wins!
Is there not a single fucking soul in Kedwin able to beat the Witcher? Dung-filled cowards, all of you!
Apparently not in Kedwin. But in Temeria, perhaps. I'll give it a shot.
That could be interesting. If you win, I'll double the reward.
The Witcher's challenger this time will be Vess, a maiden serving in an elite unit of the Temerian army.
I surrender!
A few more like him and I could conquer half the world. Give him the prize! He's earned it!
The king wanted a spectacle and he got it. A shame the result was so predictable.
Witches are not invincible.
Seems this one is. But you were brave nonetheless.
She fought harder than all the Kedweni soldiers combined.
You're very kind.
Wasn't so kind in the arena.
He took me seriously.
That's true.
Thanks for not giving me a handicap. I'm going back to my camp. Visit me if you want.
Women. Here's your praise. I need to get back to my business.
Thanks.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Thought it was here yesterday.
The elder and the recruiter are coming for you.
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
I wanted to thank you. That was a great fight.
The only great fights are those I win.
It's no dishonor to lose to a mutant created for swordsmanship.
If it wasn't a tournament but a battle, we wouldn't be speaking now.
You were better than all the knights of Kedwin put together.
You're very kind.
I'm sincere.
A rare trait. Perhaps I should take advantage of this opportunity.
Since we're being honest, I'd like to have some wine with you.
With pleasure.
I wasn't expecting you to agree. This was your chance to get back at me.
I have no need. In truth, I'm grateful to you.
Interesting.
I was sure you'd go easy on me. Then I'd have told you to bugger off. But since you took me seriously, I have some two-sound wine in my tent. Could I tempt you?
Lead the way. I learned more about you from that duel than from all our conversations put together.
I'm curious. According to Geralt of Rivia, what is Vess like?
She's ambitious, honorable, and beautiful.
In that order?
What if I say the reverse?
If you think I don't like to hear compliments about my beauty, you're very wrong.
I'm a soldier, and it pisses me off when I'm viewed as a pair of tits atop an arse. But I'm also a woman, and like every woman, I have my needs.
In that case, let's drink to your needs.
I fulfill my needs differently.
Then what do you want to drink to?
To us.
I didn't know there was an us.
Better to live a day as a king than a life as a beggar. First we'll drink the wine, then we'll go to bed.
Thanks, but I'm otherwise occupied.
You mean your work? Or tris?
Both. Great wine, though.
He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what? Been observing you for a while now.
And?
Just wondering if I can bring you in alive. And get a higher reward, you know.
Well, you can't.
Damn shame, I'd say.
Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. We're safe here.
Who are you?
Our descendants will decide who we were when they see what we've left behind.
The valley's been engulfed by a battle of specters. Know anything about it?
It's a place of horror. You can still hear the sound of steel and the cries of the dying. If you want to soothe their pain, you have to believe that Sabrina is watching over you benevolently.
I won't achieve anything without some memory tokens. Magically active conduits left by those who fell in battle. They're supposed to symbolize faith, courage, hatred, and death.
Faith? I don't know what those soldiers believed, but their faith didn't help them. They were deceived. Courage, hatred, and death. There was too much of all of them, especially death. But I remember a knight who, ignoring the danger, led a handful of soldiers against overwhelming enemy forces. Seltkirk of Gullet, Demaven's champion. When Vandergrift's cohort cut him off from the rest of the army, he attacked the visitor fearlessly. If you're looking for a symbol of courage, find Seltkirk's armor.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Let the sins of youth fade into oblivion. Look at the candlelight. Feel it, and you'll hear what it has to say to you.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But your time will come. You will then hear and understand. Trust me.
Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us soldiers every step.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us soldiers every step.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
So long. Damn, you're ugly.
boy, what you doing here?
I heard Zivik can't wait for you to get back.
Plough it all. If we miss muster, he'll have us flogged. Get us out of here, will you?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently, it's bad luck to tread on the ashes. Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Let's see. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving but harmless. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army-issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle. Except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
From what I've seen, it's not safe here.
The beasts are too scared to come near the circle.
Maybe, but you gotta leave the circle to return to camp.
Help us get back!
If you all know this area is infested with monsters, why the hell did you come here?
On a kind of pilgrimage to visit the circle.
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Then give us the nail.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say? Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Civic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You...
Drowner lairs. Not the best spots for picnics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Civic catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters.
Life can be really strange. I fought for now.
Thought it was here yesterday.
I'm done with this cursed place.
What do you want, Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
Did you participate in the battle?
I did, and I fought. I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called draugrs. Adernians, Cadwenis, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevisic, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Adernian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Selkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Selkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edern's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandergrift himself went into battle. He met Selkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Selkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch. I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain. He led me out of the battle and went back for the others. He had a medallion that protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Adernians. But the flames got him in the end.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the third day after the autumn equinox. The Adernians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the Vergen Dwarf Regiment, all save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000, including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ardcarraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Edernians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhard Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisig's magic?
Worse. The Edernian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Edernians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. The boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fist tech. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks and in battle, among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more black ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee, died like many others. Though no one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
Thanks, Civic. There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damn quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket'll protect you in battle. Half-wits.
After what happened here 3 years ago, it's no surprise they're terrified.
I'll tell you one thing, Witcher. In combat, I can count on my shield, my armor, and my comrades, if they still live. Many of those boys will die in Vergen, even with their pockets stuffed with mystical splinters that cost a silver piece each. I want them to be afraid. When steel hits steel, I want them to be alert, damn it! If they're dumb and put their trust in rusty nails and ashes, they won't have a hope in hell.
I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rhind when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names too, though you got to earn that in battle. Been so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died, many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
So long.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air.
I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, "I'll give you as much as you need."
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. See you. Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you're here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
See you.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air.
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody comet. Square coins.
Long as they pay us.
Well, it was here yesterday. Not another fucking stone.
You got a black cat.
Edna said this nail was the closest to her right hand.
You fool.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans. Hallowed and highly valuable.
I'm interested in objects that belong to the soldiers who perished in the battle 3 years ago. Not any old things. They have to be magically active. I know how to check.
That's not my speciality, Witcher. I deal in relics.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
Shh. All right. What do you want to know?
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho, with an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
Do you remember the curse that Sabrina placed on the king?
When they set the stake on fire, she shouted something to the king. His face went red, but I couldn't hear very well. She probably foretold his syphilis. A gruesome death.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
Where is Yahon's spear now?
I don't know. Besides which, it's none of your concern. I simply won't talk about that.
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho, with an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.
The relic will protect me. All your evidence.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rot fiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
No, they're alive. They didn't want to risk it anymore, went back to camp. They asked me to give you this coin, for candles.
This is but half. Why, I'll not do more than braid some wicks for this. What do you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them. Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling. Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling. Wonderful! That's about right. So tell me, what's in your mind?
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevisig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames. Bound to a wheel and placed on the stake, she suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Hensel's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales, turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment, thrusting his spear into her aching heart.
Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
I know who you mean. Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Jahan, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to him.
Now, back to some other matters. Tell me again what you know about Sabrina.
What exactly do you want to know?
Now, back to some other matters. Is Jahan still around?
Jahan is dead. He didn't deserve to bask in the glory of the lady.
So Sabrina's mercy has limits.
You don't know what you're talking about, Witcher.
So long.
Salutations.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans, hallowed and highly valuable.
I know you have the spear Jahan used to pierce Sabrina's heart.
I told you about that. and I thought the old freak was trying to forget the sins of his past.
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher. I last saw it a few years back.
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want knowledge, I want coin, and we both need help to get what we want.
How much?
What are your customary takings on a contract? I'll gladly accept but 1/2 of that.
Tell me about her.
After all, business is going well. You see, when Johann lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear from the innkeeper. The donkey's ass pawned it in the inn. He drank like a fish. By then, Johann had already hidden in the hills where no one dares to venture. Some call him the visionary, but in my book, he's just a nutter. Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplies the canteen said that some monsters hate the smell of fish oil. Johann makes candles out of it.
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say I lost it in a dice game. Shame, because today it'd fetch a good price. I lost the spear to a soldier who later fought the squirrels in the forests of the Pontar Valley. He told me he'd used it to kill some Scoia'tael big shot. I heard the shaft cracked as if there'd been some fucking jousting tournament. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive. I heard he's now with that vixen from Edirn. Some frigging commander. Elves are weird creatures. Who knows, maybe he still has that spearhead.
Jorvith.
You know him.
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
So long.
Still looking for coins.
What else am I...
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air.
We've not dealt with though.
I've got to get through the mist, or I can't lift the curse.
I shall supply the white flag when you set out as our emissary. The lass is reputedly honourable. She'll welcome you, invite you to a feast, and with a bit of luck you may even plough her.
You're sick, Deathmold.
They say she's very pretty. Peasant girls not to your liking?
Not your concern.
In case the elves lack an understanding of diplomatic symbolism, please also take this armor. With His Majesty's blessing, I might add.
A king's concern can be boundless when his life depends on that of another.
I spent some time working on this recently. This little marvel will guide you through the fog and provide a measure of protection from the spectres.
Thanks. See you.
Bunch of know-it-all.
Morons.
Good to see you, you old rogue.
Why the long face, Sultan?
Everything's fucked.
The only sight worse than a sad dwarf is the sight of a very sad dwarf.
I don't suppose you have any vodka?
I see things are worse than I thought.
I feel like a monkey in a cage. Those pricks act as if they've never seen a dwarf before.
If you need a change of climate, come with me. I'm on my way to Vergen.
You say that as if you're going to the brothel round the corner. Forgetting about the spectres?
I may have amnesia, but I remember the curse.
Well, all I get around here is non-human midget and the like. And I've dwarven brethren on that side. Sure as shit, I'll take Saskia over that prick Hensel too. You really willing to help me cross?
Of course.
You know, Geralt, I have a feeling that Vergen's where I should be.
I get you. Let's go.
How do you plan to get through the fog? Thought it was suicide to venture into it.
Death Mold gave me a protective amulet.
Throw it out! I wouldn't touch anything belonging to that dick.
I had a choice. Navigate the fog with an amulet or without it. Seemed safer with.
You're the expert on that magic shite, I guess?
Just trust me and stay close.
Oh, what the hell. Better the devil you know. I'll come with you. I can't wait to have some proper ale instead of that piss water the drinking the kid when he come. Thanks again, Geralt. Never again. Fucking fog.
Look at it this way. You'll be able to brag about seeing the ghostly fog from the inside for the rest of your life.
I'd rather brag about how I plowed through. Kill him! Adon! Stop! You're making a mistake!
A mistake? Interesting. There's a war on, don't know if you've noticed. And wars are won by killing foes. Or do I have it all wrong?
The Witcher's a messenger. On his way to see Saskia.
Not your typical messenger.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we had to pass through an atypical fog in which your typical messenger would have shit just before he...
Enough! We'll not let you inside Vergen. But you can deliver your message to the commander of the watch. He's stationed by the town gates.
Plowing typical elf. Come on, Geralt. Why, it's Geralt of Rivia and Zoltan Chive. Pinch me, burden, for I believe I've dozed off while on duty.
Could be an illusion, eh? Or some spectres from the battlefield have lost their way. Maybe we ought to tickle them with an axe, just to be sure.
I'm afraid there's no mage out there who can conjure up the Witcher's mug, nor the aroma of Zoltan's beer-soaked beard.
Yarpin Zigrin! Lice eat me if I'm not delighted to see that horrid mug of yours.
This lad here's scaling burden. Geralt, what are you doing standing there as if you've swallowed a halberd? Got a hug for an old mate?
Greetings. Triss has told me a lot about you.
Wee Marigold? Ha! How is the lass? Let me tell you, Scalen, this here Witcher's the very embodiment of chivalry. All the Selkirks of the world can't hold a candle to him. And you know why?
No, but I got a feeling we're about to find out.
Me? A knight? I'd sooner call Zoltan a show dancer.
Well then, listen everyone. At the time, we were escorting Caedwene army convoys through the Sherwood forests. Aye, we served Hensel once, though all was for coin. Anyways, the Witcher was on the road as well, with Triss and Ciri, heading south. The lass, I tell you, was a demoness incarnate. Pure pepper on her feet, and healthy as a horse. But the sorceress fell ill. Some terrible pestilence held her, gave her the runs. That woman needed to go every 5 minutes. Never seen anything like it, and I've had my share of gut rumblings. This one time, I roasted an old ailing gerbil and...
Oi! You promised us a chivalrous tale.
And I'm delivering it, lad. In any case, the Witcher would carry her into the bushes time after time. He treated and cared for her, cleaned her, bathed her.
Sounds normal to me. A man looking after his woman. It's too much to call it chivalrous, Yarpin.
Ah, wrong. Triss weren't his woman. Not his wife nor lover. She was sick and in need of aid. And he was on a secret mission. Might have left her in some city, might have gone off on his own, but he didn't. Know why? Because he's got a heart of gold. He truly cares. A lad like you, Scalen, don't know that being a knight's not just about thrashing around in full plate, a long sword in hand. It's not just about fighting duels and winning tournaments.
I missed hearing your bullshit, Zigrin.
I don't believe anyone else has tried to tell me that story.
How is the wee Marigold, anyway?
Not great. The Kingslayer kidnapped her.
Oh, damn the dogs. That's downright terrible.
I suppose it's no coincidence you're here.
It's nice to talk to you all, but we've got things to do.
That's life. Open the gate. I've got to fetch me a certain sword.
Wait a minute. If by some miracle you obtain that cursed blade, I'd advise you not to parade it out the main gate past the squirrels.
Got another solution?
There's another passage. I'll mark it in the Witcher's map and show you myself. Sound all right to you?
It does. In the meantime, I'll look around for that flag.
Prime, I'd say.
Off we go then.
Shove off! Hello there!
Let one stray in and before you know it, the neighborhood's full of them.
Who are you, and what do you seek?
Geralt of Rivia. I seek the standard of the Dun Banner. Who are you?
Eckhart Hennessy, ensign and color-bearer of the Dun Banner, the best force to issue from the land of Kedwen.
You may not remember me, but I remember you.
Where from?
I served in the Dun Banner.
Liar!
I fought beneath its standard at Brenna and at Vergen.
The Battle of Brenna. The Nordlings, shoulder to shoulder against the Black Ones. The Redanians, led by De Ruyter on the right, Natalis leading Temeria on the left. A splendid sight, was it not?
You're mistaken. The Redanian regiments were on the left. The Temerians took the center.
Correct. Perhaps you speak the truth.
Try me again.
Tell me, for this you must know. Who was chief commander of the Nilfgaardians at Brenna?
Marcus Brabant.
If not for the beaver cap you wear, I would speak to you no longer. Try once more. Tell me, for this you must know. Who was chief commander of the Nilfgaardians at Brenna?
Menno Cohorn.
I am beginning to believe you. Menno Cohorn, the repulsive head hound of the Nilfgaardian pack, but a great commander. He will again let the Nordlings' blood. Would you agree?
Your memory has suffered after death. Cohorn perished at Brenna.
You are vigilant. I could not deceive you.
Because I am of the Dun Banner.
Perhaps you did fight at Brenna. It was so long ago I may have forgotten you. But Vergen is another matter.
I can't answer for the state of your memory.
You are right. Memory often fails us after death. I cringe to admit I've forgotten who commanded the armies during the Battle of Vergen. Perhaps the most important day of my life. And the last. Be so good as to remind me.
Henselt commanded our army. Demavend led the Adernians.
You lie. You are not of the Dun Banner, and you must die!
Damn it! supposed to bring the sword.
I failed, Geralt.
That was not the best idea, Witcher. Dwarves are poor liars in general, and that's especially true of this one.
You know everything you need to know?
Yes. You need the weapon to lift the curse from Henselt and free the souls of the fallen.
Milady, I know you're at war with Henselt, but the curse threatens Vergen as well. It's a field of uncontrollable magic energy.
No need to exert yourself. I know this. The sword shall be yours.
Just like that?
Yes. I'm glad to help and thank you on behalf of the Vergenes, the souls of whose loved ones will finally be granted the peace they have so long deserved.
Milady.
I am no lady. My name is Saskia.
Saskia, I'll need some time to lift the curse, enough for you to fall back. The Scoia'tael and peasants can't hope to defeat a professional army in open battle. Withdraw deeper into Edirn.
You underestimate them.
Looking to be another Ellerin? Do you want them to die with your name on their lips? You know that's what'll happen if there's a fight. The fighters will die quick deaths, but then Henselt's men will enter the town. They'll spare no one. They'll kill the men, rape the women, turn the beautiful ones into slaves, and torture the rest to death.
I have seen conquered cities and know the risks. Why do you aid Henselt? Why do you risk your life to lift this curse?
I have my own agenda. A certain seer foretold that in lifting the curse, I'd recover my memory. I'm certainly not Henselt's devoted follower.
In that case, join my forces.
I can't. I have certain obligations on the other side. Friends who remained in Henselt's camp. Friends I can't leave behind.
I too have obligations that prevent me from fleeing or withdrawing. I cannot disappoint all those who place their trust in me. Go where you must and hope your obligations don't drive you to fight me.
I'm no soldier, Saskia. You can be sure of that.
Time will tell. Farewell, Witcher. And look after your friends. Henselt is a true rogue.
See ya, you old prick! Don't let them kidwinize you, and don't get killed.
That goes for you too, Zoltan. Farewell to you both.
Saskia, I forgot one wee thing. Geralt wishes to meet with Jorvith. He's got dealings with the elf.
I need the head of the spear used to finish off Sabrina as she uttered the curse. Jorvith had it when we ran into each other in Flotsam.
He lost it playing dice. Scalen now has the spearhead. The young Burden is a gambler, an addict, and perhaps Vergen's top sharp. You should speak to him.
Jorvith put that spearhead up as a bet?
When it comes to getting folk to sit down to a game of poker, Scalen can be convincing. His pack is bulging with treasures. You'd be surprised. All won at dice.
I won't need convincing. We'll see how he does against me. Farewell to you both. You have the head of Jorvith's spear.
I do indeed.
I could use that spearhead.
Not a chance in hell. It's my trophy. Won it off the greatest killer among elves. In certain circles, that makes me a hero.
What were you playing?
Dice poker.
I've rolled a few dice in my time.
Do I hear a challenge?
Mm-hmm.
I trust you'll not ask me for a handicap. Though I must warn you, I aim to be merciless. Curse or no curse.
Let's begin.
you lost, Witcher. Like that fellow, what was his name? Blazkowicz.
Who was he?
Another who sought a magic spear of fate or destiny. Old story, doesn't much matter anymore. In any case, if you care to drop a few more orens in my pouch, I'll be more than glad to play you. You play like a true sharp, almost like a cheat. But, true to my word, the spearhead's yours.
Thanks, Galen. I heard you have a few more interesting trinkets I could win off you.
I could find something.
Good, you're here. The Nilfgaardians attacked us.
Any idea why?
They were loitering around here, staring into the fog as if waiting for something. I summoned Fen, Silas, and a few others, and told Vess to cover us from a distance while we went to talk to them. So I asked the black dogs courteously why they were gazing into the fog, as if the Emperor himself was about to emerge from it. No answer. But I can see the anger, knitted brows, faces reddening. And they start growling to each other in that dog's tongue of theirs. A woman came out of the mist, beautiful and barely alive. She dropped to the ground and a small object slipped from her hand. It was a jade figurine, no larger than a man's hand. If I didn't know it was impossible, I'd say it was Triss turned into a statuette.
It is possible. Artifact compression. Where's this woman?
I don't know. The girl growled at the soldiers and all hell broke loose. The black ones jumped us and she ran off towards the camp.
I need to follow her.
We're going with you. Fall in!
Salutations.
We're too late.
Is the Percival ready to sail?
It is. But they will not let us go. Henselt has plans of his own.
I couldn't give a shit about Henselt. Shillard has Triss, and I need to save her.
It's not an option. They'll not let us sail until you lift the curse. And we've no chance of catching the Nilfgaardians on foot. If they wanted to kill her, she'd be dead already. Besides which, we know where they've gone. Loch Muin, Witcher. The monarchs and mages are to meet and decide the fate of the known world. You will find Triss there, I promise.
King Henselt awaits you, Witcher. At last, have you got Sabrina's spear?
Not only that, I've got all 3 artifacts.
You won't regret it. Let's do some magic!
She died here.
And piston shat as she did.
Evil place. You can feel it in the air. Those candles don't help any either.
They've gone mad. Someone said the bitch died a martyr and now the common folk burn candles for her.
I have to observe this place from a distance.
During the execution, I was on that hill. I'll show you.
This won't take long.
Flat area. That's good.
Are you concerned for your feet?
Your Majesty, you need to draw runic protective signs around the stake.
Magic signs are the domain of witches, not kings. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's important that you draw the circle yourself, Your Majesty.
Important for whom?
It was your death Sabrina foretold, so who do you think?
All right. Tell me what we do.
To lift the curse, we have to reenact the events from 3 years ago.
How do you wish to do that if half of those involved lie rotten with the worms?
It's about the energy of that time. The energy of the woman who cast the curse, combined with the energy of its victim. When you get the runic signs right, Sabrina's ghost will appear.
Bring the bitch to life. It'll be a pleasure to put my spear in her.
Remember to stab her in exactly the same spot as that soldier did, but earlier this time, before the sorceress completes the curse.
I'll look for the hole. But how am I to know when?
When you realize that the curse concerns you. But be ready, she may use a different name.
Is that all?
For you. Then I take over. Spectres might appear during the exorcism.
Might or will?
It depends on Sabrina's aura in the spirit world.
I'll wager ghosts loathe the cunt. Let's get it over with. Tell me what I am to draw.
You have to go down there, Your Majesty.
What about you?
I'll guide you. I have a good view from up here. Pour the powder towards the petrified bread loaf, Your Majesty. Head towards the black candles, Your Majesty. Now go towards the goat skull, Your Majesty. Now towards the burnt tree.
Find the Raven's corpse, Your Majesty. Now spread the powder and head for the stone bowl. Go towards the pixie ring, Your Majesty. Sire, form a large, even circle at a good distance from the pyre.
It's turned out beautifully. Pity the wind will soon scatter it.
The evil power of the curse came from the fire. Fire's a hard element to tame, and this one had added potency. It consumed the body of the one casting the curse.
Enough of these phantasmagorias, as Death Mold puts it.
Soldiers, Your Majesty.
They're scared of ghosts, as we all are. Curses, there's hundreds of them!
Calm down, Your Majesty. We're protected by the magic runes. The ghosts won't get past the barrier.
I'm not afraid of people, but those plowing creatures have begun to bother me.
You're safe if you stay within the runes.
What should I do?
When the sorceress calls your name, you have to show mercy and end her suffering with the spear. You've broken the circle. Spectres could get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire! Let it be so by blood and fire! Shooting star, split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood! Let fools be by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. By the boom and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. In accordance with my prophecy, you cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire! Let it be so by blood and fire! The shooting star, split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of... Let fools be duped by the sight of nails turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. Power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled! In accordance with my prophecy, you cannot escape your fate! Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire! So by blood and fire! Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. And power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled.
Now, Your Majesty!
worked.
Are you sure?
All I can say for sure is that a dwarf can pass between a troll's legs, even on tiptoe. But I think it went well.
Good, for me and for you. But all the worse for Edern.
I've separated you from the curse, but it remains active and powerful. The specters of the fallen continue to fight in the fields outside Vergen.
You'll find a way, like you did with that charcoal slut.
That'll be much harder.
I have faith in you, and faith can move mountains.
Funny you say that. I need an artifact symbolizing faith.
Yes, Deathmold told me. I'll give you the medallion. First, I must have a drink. Come to my tent. I'll roll out my best wine. You deserve it! The king is occupied. Return after sundown. The king is occupied. Return after sundown. I'm glad you're here. A messenger from Redania arrived this morning. Read.
The King of Redania, Radovid V, son of Vizima and Hedvig from Malior, the heir...
Get to the point.
The point is, it's not true that after the death of King Foltest, Temeria will be inherited. In truth, Foltest left a lawful heir.
Who is this heir?
Due to the tragic death of Prince Busi, his sister Anais will inherit the Temerian crown.
Witcher, you fought in the battles for the Lavalet's fortress. Tell me, how old is this princess?
She's too young to rule.
Remind me, who's her mother?
She is the king's daughter. Foltest wanted to recognize her as his own.
The Foltest I remember would never do that. If you counted all the bastards I begat, I could fill all the thrones of the north. What the hell's going on? Guards!
Who are they?
They wanted to kill me. Me! Ha! The scum. Witcher, we must talk. Deathmold said you needed this medallion. You saved my life, and I'm not nearly as ungrateful as some might say. You'll receive the pendant in due time.
Pity none could be taken alive.
Don't fret, Tanzaville. There are ways to make a dead man speak.
I know those methods. Necromancy is forbidden.
In the absence of the Council and the Conclave, it's hard to know what is forbidden. What would you say, Your Majesty?
I want to know everything. Plow that corpse if you have to. Do anything it takes.
Necromancy, Your Majesty, is a branch of magic.
I don't care. Do as you're told.
Count me out.
As the common folk say, be at ease, the woman's gone. I'll need your help, Witcher. You know where to find me.
It's never ending. I'm the bloody king, but she mumps and sulks like some common servant was trying to grope her.
Not every sorcerer is like Deathmold. Many don't like messing with corpses.
As long as she's in my camp, she'll do as I say. Go. Deathmold is probably biting his nails in anticipation. A super soldier serum, or what?
Geralt of Rivia, ready for the ride of your life.
Can't handle this without me?
You're a mutant, like this killer. An ordinary man would never survive Han Marvin's blue dream. You must drink a potion that will increase your heart's efficiency and strengthen your blood vessels. Hallucinogenic properties are also welcome, as they will enhance the vision.
Gadwall should do it. I need to do something before we begin.
Have a drink, plow a girl, do something to relax, whatever it takes.
I need to do something.
Have a drink.
I'm ready.
Wonderful. The Blue Dream can be very useful, although it only lets you see the killer's recent past.
Hope it's worth it.
Pay attention to every detail, places, names, everything.
Got it.
Let's begin!
Vecina Zanzala!
I nearly got lost in that fog. Look at it this way. Nobody will find us here. Unless Henselt attacks Bergen despite the rest. Henselt's not going to attack anyone ever again. Always the optimist, footsteps. I love these traps.
You wriggled like a fish in a net. What happened?
One more time. I was so close.
Damn it. All right, close your eyes.
Vecina Zanzala!
Following my footsteps. I love these traps. I know, I do too. Henselt behaves as if he wants to help us. What do you mean? You've seen him. He loves playing the soldier. He's everywhere. He's reckless. Letho will want him assassinated, like the others. Finally, some action. We've been skulking in these caves like bats. I'd rather be like a bat than slain by the king's mercenaries. What is it, Orcs? Scared? I heard Deathbolt never lets Henselt out of his sight, and now a witch is arriving again. One of him, 3 of us. But you know who it is. I know, damn it, but don't let it get to you. It's Triss Marigold who worries me. If she betrays that Sheila ordered us to get rid of Demervent, things will get out of hand. Letho should kill her. He should, but apparently he only kills kings.
Here at last.
They're guarding the camp like it was a princess's chastity.
Did you learn anything?
The White Wolf has arrived at the Kedwedi camp with Vernon Roach. Looks like he's Henselt's lackey now.
I'd rather Henselt used others as his lackeys.
I thought he was hanged for killing Foltest.
You want him hanged?
No.
You have to be careful. Especially now we've broken off with Yorvith and his bunch.
There's something else. Sheila de Tanzerville. You're right. Our sorceress is playing hard. De Tanzerville has done her job. We don't need her anymore.
We won't kill her. Not just yet.
You know best.
That's right. The main thing now is to get rid of Henselt. You'll go soon.
What about you?
I'm heading to Lochmuir. That's where things will be decided. We'll meet again soon, if you're careful.
To drink a jug of wine and laugh about it?
Who knows?
I'll take the palisade. We'll meet by the cave entrance.
And I heard you stashed some of the duty in the caves near the camp.
Quiet! Do you want everyone else to know? I don't know who told you, but you'll get your share if...
bigwigs of the North there. The magic, the kings, sorceresses. We're here. That's all of them. What is it? I thought I saw Sheila. Let's go.
Wake up! I'm dying to hear everything. What did you find out?
They're hiding in the ravines.
The other ones probably fled there.
Our dead man should have a key on him.
Do you remember anything else?
They said Sheila de Tanzerville was an accomplice in the murder.
Sheila? She was here while you were lying in a trance. She said she'd follow the second assassin. Do you remember anything else?
There's no time to waste. I'll follow them.
Good luck, Geralt.
Children, here, boy.
I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make camp with the Black Ones.
That's politics. What's it to us?
Serret.
Sheila knew. She wants to destroy the evidence.
What evidence?
We didn't want to leave you.
What are you talking about?
Nearly made it. Just think. The Wild Hunt. We could have freed the world of the omen of war.
September 13th, 1269, the ravine of the Hydra. Following the peace of Sintra, 53 officers of the Vryhead Brigade were brought here and executed, their throats cut. The elves' bodies were dropped into the chasm. I don't know what the riders of the hunt were looking for. November 23rd, 1269. Sintra, the village of Coldwater, and another victim of the hunt. An 11-year-old boy. His parents didn't even ask if he had a chance. I'm tired. February 24th, 1270. A high pass in the Armouche Mountains. An imperial manticore, one of the world's oldest and deadliest monsters. I used to feel excitement at moments like this. Now the beast is only an obstacle on my way. Its meat and hot blood will help me survive this icy hell. May 30th, 1270. The Iruga River. The hunt continues to race south. Since I've been following them, they've taken 23 individuals, all between the ages of 10 and 20. All except for Yennefer.
Aldrin!
Freak. Did you get him?
Sheila got to him first. He's dead.
The bitch! She's probably on the other side of the mist by now. Come on, Witcher. We've got to remove that damn curse. I got the medallion from the king, the one you were looking for. Here.
I'm ready to lift the curse. I've got all the artifacts.
Then there is a chance we will soon move against Edirn, and you will recover your memory.
I'll need your help, sorcerer, to find the right ghosts.
Ah, they will find you. The artifact's aura will lure them. Allow them to think, speak, and act. Then you will know what to do. Geralt, there's something else out there. I scanned the battlefield and noticed the visitor's ghost. It's different from the others. It's changed.
A Draug. I expected as much.
Good luck, Witcher.
Aldrin!
picking enemy heads today. No reason to wait. Slaughter the cat when he must. Wait. Time's not right. Sometimes I forget what we're fighting for. Powerful kings have no choice but to wage wars. Then why don't Demavend and Hensel's duel to settle things? My brother-in-law is from Kedwin. Decent fellow. Once I was at a market. Quality goods, cheaper than our merchants too. Bloody hell, shut it! Every Kedweni is a bastard. Do you know what they'll do to our women if we lose this battle? Have you forgotten that they've come to pillage, burn and steal our land? Are we to give it away? Horse and seed, autumn! No, wait for the signal. There's no time to lose! Silence! Archers! Light your arrows! Aim at the first ditch! Get them! Capture the enemy standard! Standards in enemy hands. We're sitting ducks here. You need to tell the commander we were ambushed. We can't hold without reinforcements. I'm to tell him? No, Princess Syphilis. Move it, imbecile, before they slaughter us to a man. I shall make it. The first battle. Killed my first man. Got blood on my hands.
My lord, the leader of the Dun Banner sent me. We were ambushed. We can't hold.
Weren't your scouts keenly watching the battlefield, Captain?
Yes, sir. They must have dug those ditches in the night. The field was cleared by day. Lady Glephisic scanned it with her magic during the night.
10 lashes to each scout. Hang every third one.
My lord, we need support.
There will be no reinforcements. You must hold. And you, Glephisic, I'll settle this after the battle. The king will learn of your incompetence.
Battles are won or lost by the commanders, not by sorceresses. Remember, I'll make a report too, and...
I've finished talking to you, witch. Time to win this battle. My lords, to your banners. We enter the fray!
Maybe you finished with me, but that doesn't mean I finished with you. Na dove saved. How can we help you, Sabrina? My place at Hensel's court is threatened. Furthermore, if Vandergrift wins the battle, nothing will stop Hensel from taking Upper Edda.
The balance of power in the north will be upset. What do you intend?
I shall summon Melgar's fire to the battlefield. It will kill Vandergrift and weaken both sides.
Any use of unconventional weapons may be severely censored.
I'm aware of that.
Hensel's hegemony is counter to the Lodge's plans. We will help you, but remember, in the event that you fail, you'll be on your own.
I am ready.
That's all you've got? You're dying fast, like roaches under my boot. Is there a Kenwenny to match Selkirk of Gallant on this field? Visitor! I've long awaited this meeting.
Leave, Ghost.
I'll not give up an opportunity to duel Vandergrift.
He will kill you.
Selkirk does not fear death.
When you die, your soldiers will die every day afterwards. Forever. Leave. This is a task for a witcher, not a knight.
I do this solely for my men. Mercy. You have failed me.
Who are you?
Your nightmare. Trebuchets!
Guess they'll never learn.
Archers! Archers! Trebuchets! Should have stayed at home, Vandergrift. First mages die after such a victory. Gods, we can't fight such sorcery. The sorcerers gave me unclean fire. We're doomed. Why are they doing this? As the prophecy says, and the time will come when sorceresses turn on men. Flaming balls rain from the sky, and destruction will be unleashed. What should we do? Wait here for death? I shall lead you as a shepherd leads his flock, safely from the dark abyss. Firing! Our men are dying! The massacre! Save us, sire!
Sabrina, is that your work?
Order your troops forward, Your Majesty. The Adernian army is routed.
Not only the Adernian, look at that terrified horde. This very morning they were the finest of my knights.
They'll make it if they're reinforced.
Who allowed you to use magic?
Sire, if you strike now, Lormark will be yours.
You've tainted my honor, brought death to dozens of knights.
Sire, the battle was lost.
You put me to shame before them of end. His troops fought like men of honor should, to the end. Sabrina Grimacig, I sentence you to death. You shall burn at the stake. I will return to claim my birthright.
July 25th, 1270. The forests of Angren. No mighty mortal, no heap of meat or strong man can parry the strike of the slizzard's tail. Letho couldn't either, but by some miracle he survived. I helped him. After all, Witchers on the path should help each other. He had 2 comrades, brother Witchers from the School of the Viper. The hunt continued south, and Letho of Gullet knew where it was going. He knew where the hellish chase would end.
Finally awake?
Where are we?
In one of the safest places in the camp, my friend.
The brothel?
Mm-hmm.
How did I wind up here?
I found you out in the fields, unconscious.
The fog?
Gone. 3 days ago.
3 days? You sure?
Mm-hmm. In that time, Roach ventured deep into Kedwen on some secret mission. Managed to go off and come back.
Did you come here to fuck?
You gotta be kidding! My friend on his deathbed? I couldn't possibly do that.
Look around. You're in a whorehouse.
In a professional capacity only.
Cedric was right. The power within the Battle of Spectres restores memory.
Ah. So, did you get a look at another chapter of the epic poem titled Geralt of Rivia?
I remember who helped me track down the Wild Hunt.
Who?
Letho, Foltest's murderer. I saved his life and he knew where to find the Wild Hunt. I don't know if we rescued Yennefer. So, what happened while I was out?
Loads. You drove off the Fog of Spectres. Henselt learned of the plot against him, and Deathmold lost it completely.
What did you mean when you said that Deathmold's lost it?
Henselt chewed him out for not telling him about the plot. Then he chewed him out again for failing to find the plotters.
Deathmold's an ambitious guy. I can see how the stress might have gotten to him.
That ambitious guy has had every last suspect arrested. Now he's interrogating, torturing, and hanging them.
Yeah, he always goes back to what he does best. Why has Henselt waited to attack?
The Kedweni nobles and officers are holding out for privileges. They want assurances there'll be no treaty with Nilfgaard, and that they'll get lands in the Pontar Valley.
Henselt's agreed.
Not on your life. He blew up. Roared and wailed and called them cowards. Thing is, he can't alienate the nobles completely. It went on for 3 days. Finally, he convinced part of the army, probably promised him a thing or two, and moved against Vergen. The battle's probably just getting underway.
Any news on who might be behind the plot?
They arrested Breitfeld, Kirim of Cairngorm, and Gunnar Bleckenhove and his entourage, but I haven't heard any details. Though I do know where to find the leader of the plotters.
How come?
I've always maintained that brothels are some of the best places under the sun. They're not only great places to...
Get to the point, Dandelion.
I overheard Whistling Wendy talking. Incidentally, don't let her nickname fool you. She's got a beautiful...
Focus, Dandelion.
Haven't the faintest who she was talking to. Never saw his face. But I heard him clearly. Further instructions from the boss. Today, in the hut on the cliff.
Dandelion. There's one more thing.
Tell me.
Your pamphlet. If Deathmold finds out...
Right. We need to get out of here.
You need to get out of here. Quick.
I'm not about to leave you behind, Geralt. Adventure awaits. Kingdoms teeter. Plenty of things to write up in ballads.
Damn it, Dandelion. Game's over. Can't you see that? When Deathmold finds you, you've got to go. Somewhere far from the Pontar Valley.
All right. I'll do it for you. I'll go to Oxenford, say hello to some of our old friends. But just as soon as this blows over, I'll come looking for you.
I know.
We have unfinished business to take care of. What now, Geralt?
I need to find Sheila and the Kingslayer. Then I need to get my memory back. First, I'm gonna find out who's behind this plot, though I expect I already know.
Think it's Sheila?
Leave, Dandelion. Hide, and I'll see you soon, old friend.